Hello everyone and welcome back. I hope you're doing well. We're back with another shark movie this week. Today we are talking about Shark Bait. Shark Bait is a shark movie that came out earlier this year that I happened to miss. Sorry. You know, we have such an oversaturation of content in movies and shows, it's impossible. Shark Bait is directed by James Nunn and brought to you by Vertical Entertainment, Tubi Films, Ingenious Media, Lip Sync, Richmond Pictures, Picasso Films, Freebie Films, and, of course, last but not least, Altitude Film Entertainment. It was 3 minutes of opening titles. Now I know that does not sound like a lot, but if you sit there and you just wait for 3 minutes... No, I'm not going to sit here and wait for 3 minutes. So the film opens with, it's just Jaws. We're watching Jaws, guys. No, we're not watching Jaws. It's not Jaws. But they take the exact shot, which is not exactly an inspiring start. Full spoilers, it's a shark movie that's not really worth your time, and again, I'm not sure how many of you guys are actually watching these movies anyway. You just want to see what I think, and find out what this shark movie's about. So the movie's about 5 teens on this vacation. I know, what a surprise. So these teens, they're drinking, they're carrying on, and eventually they end up stealing these 2 jet skis. Now, have you ever had someone steal something from you? It's not a fun feeling, alright? And I'm thinking of the guy who worked his ass off to buy the jet skis here. I'm supposed to root for these people when I know nothing about them and they're just dicking around and stealing stuff. So they steal these jet skis, head out to the ocean and decide, you know what? It would be a great idea if we just played chicken with the jet skis. And well, you'll never guess what happens. The jet skis collide, they're stuck out there, one jet ski's gone and the other one's not running, and now there's 5 teens stranded. And it's another situation like The Reef, except not The Reef, because The Reef is good. So these guys, stealing these jet skis, destroying the jet skis, as far as I'm concerned, they're the villains and the shark is the hero of this movie. I've been given no reason other than just basic humanity to care about these people, and I just don't. How does the shark look in this movie? Well, 30% of the time it looks pretty good. When it's underwater, a couple of shots look decent. I do appreciate that the shark is here a lot. It's not here for the last 10 minutes like some film that we know. Don't watch that one. However, you can watch the review. At some point on the jet skis, they passed this boat early, and they can't see it now because anywhere you look in any direction, it's just sea. And it seems infinite from their perspective. But they're like, you know what? We'll send you out, Tyler. You're just gonna swim for it and find this boat. Now, which direction do you even swim in to find this boat? Nothing makes any sense. But by some miracle, Tyler finds the boat. Somehow, he just happened to swim in the right direction, swim for so long, and found the boat exactly where it needed to be. And it actually seems like the film might take a bit of a different direction, until you remember that this is a horror movie and Tyler is black. Guys, it's 2022. Can we stop axing the black guy off at the start of the movie? It's not okay. It's that much of a trope that it's a trope to bring up the trope. After that, the movie really starts to drag at about the halfway point. Like, it gets slow. So slow, like the yawning and kind of falling asleep kind of slow. Everything in the middle kind of feels like padding from this nighttime sequence, which is just, you know, another effort to have a little scare, but really it's padding. Because a concept like this, there's not much you can do. And if you can think of things to do, not many of those things are original because there's so many shark movies and there's so many that have done the stranded survival horror. Shortly after, the protagonist, she says something along the lines of, if we're gonna stay out here any longer, we're gonna be shark bait. And all I could think of was,
I'm telling you, these drug dealers represent a clear and present danger to the United States.
He said it! He said it!
All I'm saying is, what if this is as good as it gets?
There it is! There it is!
unfortunately, as much as the shark is here, the jump scares are really predictable, but that just might be because I'm so desensitized to the genre and have seen so many shark movies. However, we do see a breach in this film, which is not common in shark movies. A breach is generally synonymous with a great white swimming vertically and shooting its entire body out of the ocean. We surprisingly don't see that often in movies, and we get to see it fully breach the water when it attacks someone. That's just, I don't know, it's different. I gotta point out something cool. So all of a sudden everyone is dying, and there's only the protagonist left and her partner, but I would assume that's her ex after other things that just don't really matter happen. And she sees the remains of a life jacket and makes a swim for it. Now when she swims to get The life jacket, my favorite part of the movie, happens. The shark comes along, pushes with its fin the jet ski further away from where she is so that the shark can set itself up for like the perfect kill. It's so funny. I know it doesn't seem that funny, but I was really laughing when it happened. I did skip a bit. The protagonist did play tug of war with the shark, with one of her friends. And I only bring this up to tell you that this protagonist, she is strong as hell. Why do I just keep calling her the protagonist? I watched this movie today and I cannot remember her name. So back to where we were, the sharks move the jet ski, they head towards each other, she stabs the shark as it breaches, and I thought, she hasn't killed this thing, has she? This isn't the climax, is it? Because this is really underwhelming. She gets on the jet ski, somehow gets it started again. Well, not somehow. It's actually quite a clever way of doing it. I'm not sure that would fix the jet ski and whatever problems it had, but movies, logic, will let it slide. She heads back towards shore, and then guess what? She hits a reef. Look, that's right, a reef. Hear that? Reef stalked? The Reef 2? There was a reef in this movie. So the movie became The Reef 3, and the shark is hunting her right up until the shoreline. So it didn't end anticlimactically. Almost everybody died but the protagonist, so that's something. However, you know, the shark looks quite lackluster, and it gets really, really slow at some points. There's problems all over the place. But the shark fought it to the end. She made it to land. 2 months later, she was up for lawsuits because she stole these jet skis. Just kidding, that never happened. Shark Bait is not very good. You're not given a lot on the characters at all. It just kind of throws the scenario and then you have to just deal with it. And I guess you're supposed to care more about the characters as the film goes. It's a pretty average, dicey shark movie with some dodgy effects and a couple of nice ones. And if you're stuck with it this far, you get the premise. Drunk friends take a jet ski, they're stranded in the ocean, stalked by a shark, that's it. Shark Bait from me is going to get a 3 out of 10. It's nothing special. You've seen this premise before. It's been done better before. Unfortunately, there's not much new here. The only thing I could pick would be the shark breaching at one point. But that's an hour and a half of your time sunk into a movie just for that, which just isn't really worth it. But that's Shark Bait. What did you guys think? Have you seen it? It was average. It was painfully average. If you haven't already, consider liking the video or subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. It keeps me in the algorithm of YouTube and gets me out further to more people like you guys. If you've made it all the way through to the end of this video, you're a bloody legend. I hope you have a wonderful day, and hopefully I can catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.